Hey everyone, ezekieltysinger here. Today we're going to be talking about this knife right here, the Civivi Baby Banter fixed blade. And I'm going to be giving a story about it. It's an awesome one, it's a wild one. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. Hey everybody, this is the Civivi Baby Banter fixed blade. And yes, I'm going to be going in depth about it, but that's going to be a little bit later in the video. Right now, I want to tell you how I got it, because this is a special knife for me. This knife right here is probably, I don't know, arguably one of the best knives I own. And not just because I love the knife that much, but because of its story behind it, how I got it, where I got it. And I'm going to be going into all that, but let's start at the very beginning. Alright? At the very beginning, how I got this knife. So, I never would have got this knife if my church didn't go on a mission trip to Utah. And I live out in North Carolina, so that's almost completely across the country from me. So, I was born and raised in this church, and I'm a Christian. Proudly, I'm not ashamed to state that and say that. And that's my faith. That's what I believe. I am a Baptist Christian, and the church that God's put me in, Fundamental Baptist Tabernacle in Lexington, North Carolina. That is the church that I go to, and that's the church that we have been praying about it, and we decided that the Lord wanted us to go out and help some churches, or help a church actually in Utah, and that's what we did. We went out there and helped them, and we put some siding up and stuff. And I'll put some pictures in the video and let you see kind of what happened and how it went down, and just the Lord blessed, and we had a good time and kept us safe and everything. So that was awesome. That's that part of the trip, right? If I would never have been, if I never would have been in that church, right? If God never would have saved me, if I never would have repented of my sins and turned to Him and been a part of that church and was born into that church, I never would have been able to go on the missions trip to Utah. And we spent the entire week, it was a long time doing that siding job, we spent that entire week working. And on Saturday, that was the day that we were supposed to leave. And me and my brother, Tysinger Knife and Tool, I'll have him tagged below. But me and my brother, we decided to look up how far away we were from NAFS at the Salt Lake City airport. And so we were actually about 30 minutes away. And so we decided that we were going to take an Uber to go to NAFS. And here's the funny story about that. We get there, and nobody's there, but we're there about 45 minutes early. And so we get there, and we're all pumped and excited. We've got our luggage. We're just sitting there 45 minutes early, waiting for them to open. And I look at the door, and I notice, and I say, hey, the door says Monday through Friday, and it's a Saturday. And me and him were both like, oh my goodness, we just wasted money. Oh man, we came out here, and they're not even open. They're not even gonna open. So what does he do? He puts out a message in the Facebook group, the Facebook Moon Crew group. It says, urgent, I need to know whether or not I just wasted my money or not, I'll insert the picture here. But urgent, I need to know whether or not I wasted my money to see whether or not that I could come out to NAFS, right? And so, long story short, after contacting people at NAFS and everything, they came through and said this was a trial and error run. Basically, we're opening up on Saturdays, and this is the first Saturday that we opened up. So the Lord also blessed there and allowed us to be able to have a once-in-a-lifetime, probably, opportunity of being able to go to NAFS, which I am talking to the knife community here. You know who they are. They're a small shop out in Clearfield, Utah. And we'll probably, I don't see myself ever going, I would love to, but I don't see myself going back there at least anytime soon. Like years and years down the road, maybe. So, yeah, we're out there and we get out there and they're not open, and we find out they're opening. We're like, awesome. And then we meet Keith, the guy from the Ship Shape Sharpening Shop. And so we meet him, and he's an awesome dude, absolute great dude. I did a pocket check with him, and kind of he actually gave us a tour of the whole NAFS showroom, behind the scenes, everything. We got to see it all. So that was awesome. And then that leads us to being there and me buying this knife. So that's why this knife is so special to me. Because this knife could have only ever happened with God. Now that's everything, right? I wouldn't be alive without God. This world wouldn't be created without God. So nothing is possible without God, right? But there's a deeper special meaning with this knife, because if I hadn't have been put in that church, in my church that I've been going to for all my life, if I hadn't have been put in that church, I wouldn't have been able to have the opportunity to go out to Utah to help a church and be a blessing to them. And then because of that, the Lord decided to be a blessing to us, and we didn't need to go to NAFS. Me and my brother were saying, you know what, it's probably not going to happen. We're going to be working. We're going to be trying to help this church out. It's probably not going to happen. But you know what? The Lord let it happen for us. And that's why I'm so thankful. And that's one of the many reasons why I love this knife very, very much. And so this knife right here is the Civivi Baby Banter fixed blade. And let's get right into it. Alright, I'll bring you guys a little bit closer. Alright, so the Civivi Baby Banter fixed blade. This knife right here. Alright, so it is about 5 inches overall length. Has about a 2.3 inch blade length. This one, they have two models. This one has the G10 scales, right? The other model has micarta. Both models have Nitro V blade steel. And it comes with this paracord lanyard right here that I absolutely love. My brother doesn't seem to like it that much. He took his off and retied it, which, I mean, he had enough paracord with the paracord that was on there. But I love it. Gives you that nice little pinky hold right there. I even sometimes, depends on the way I pull it out the sheath, I'll even grab it like that and just have 2 fingers right there on the paracord. So who knows? It just depends on what your fancy is. But also, it comes with this sheath right here. It's a taco style sheath, and it doesn't come with an ulti clip, unless you're my brother. If you know, you know. He got one for free, of course. But it doesn't come with an ulti clip, but I already had this one on a different knife, on my QSB Canary, that I'll be getting into later. Stay tuned. But on my QSB Canary, and so I just swapped it over to this one, and I absolutely love it. This thing is small, compact. It goes right in the pocket. It goes right here, slides in like that, clip down. There you go. And that's what it looks like. And so this knife is really and truly absolutely awesome. And Nitro V is super small, super compact, super lightweight. I mean, it weighs just over 2 ounces. It's like 2.02 ounces. It's super lightweight, super awesome, super thin. I mean, look at this. I mean, that is a thin knife right there. I absolutely love it. Now, if you're wanting something to compare it to, this is the Essie Azula. I carry this on me every day. Azula 2, sorry. This is the Essie Azula 2, and this is the Baby Banter fixed blade. That's it, side by side. The blade on the Azula 2 is almost as big as the Baby Banter. So, anyway, that's how small it is. That's how lightweight it is. It's an absolute awesome knife. I absolutely love it. And it's just under $60, right? I think it's like $57, and I think the one with the micarta, the green micarta with the stonewash blade, I think that one's like $59, I want to say. So, absolutely awesome for the price point. Nitro V, super solid. I've loved it. We went out to Utah in about middle to the end of October. I think it was October the 21st through the 26th was our trip. Had an absolutely wonderful time. And I waited a while to do the review so I could give you an honest review on how much I liked it, because I wanted to be able to use it before I did the review on it. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I love this knife. I've loved carrying it. It fits in my pocket so well. It's the knife that got me into lanyards. Obviously, I retied the paracord on this one and put a little lanyard on it right there. I don't need it. I've already got the full 4-finger grip, but that just, it seems to help out. So, but this right here, this is the Civivi Baby Banter fixed blade from Civivi, made by Ben Peterson. It's awesome. It is an awesome knife. I love it. I love carrying it. I don't know what to say except for that. And I'll leave you guys on this note, on the high note. It's an awesome knife. You're gonna love it if you buy it. It's not a waste of money. I love it. It's special to me because of everything I went through. Because when I look at this knife, I don't just see a bunch of bolts and scales and metal. I see a knife that has a backstory to it that I'll never forget. And I see a knife that has a story to it of so many awesome and incredible memories that I can't share because I didn't capture. But it was captured in this knife. You understand what I'm saying? I love that knife. It's an absolutely awesome knife. I love it. I use it all the time. Yeah, the blade can get a little, it can be a little short sometimes when in use. You know, it's a very short blade, right? But I mean, it gets the job done, right? So I love it. I hope you do too. If you buy it, I'll have NAFs linked in the description of this video. It's on their website. It's an absolute awesome knife. I can't elevate it more. I can't praise it enough. I think, anyway. I mean, I would rate it, honestly, I would rate it probably an 8 out of 10. I don't know what I would rate a 10 out of 10 knife. I don't know what knife could be a 10 out of 10 for me. But I love it. It's awesome. It's small. It's compact. You can throw it in your backpack just as a little backpack fixed blade if you want to. Throw it in your EDC pouch that you keep in your car, which I keep in my truck, a backpack, so that's why I said backpack. But I have an SE3 in there. I have my SE3 in my backpack. But I love it. I think it's an awesome knife. I hope you do too if you buy one. I recommend you buy one. You know, it's for most people, it's in the budget category, which honestly I still think $60 is pretty expensive. I know it's a knife, it's a tool, but still $60 is a lot of money. Not just to be thrown around, I don't think, but I know some people think otherwise. I know people just walk up and say, I like the color of that Zon. Those are $500, and they just pick it up. And I'm like, well, all right, if you want to, that's your knife, you know, it's your money. But anyway, what I want to say is I love the knife. I think you would too if you got it. Yeah, go check them out. And yeah, this right here, this is the Civivi Baby Banter fixed blade. Catch you guys on the next one. God bless. And I don't want to be a copycat, but I'll copy what Landman EDC does. If you have any questions about God or anything like that, feel free to comment and I'll get in touch. My email is in my description if you want to contact me and ask me any kind of questions about the story, about anything you want to know. I know that God has a big background in my life. He not just the big background, but He's the reason why I have my life. A lot of people think that God is just a key part of this country, but He's the foundation. He's the reason why we came over here, and He's the reason why we have the land that we have. And not to chase that rabbit down the hole, but anyway, awesome knife. I think you'd love it. This is ET EDC signing off. Till next time. See ya.